So what is up? And today I'm back with how you should approach a domination gameplay. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Domination. Alright, so I'm just gonna jump right into this. I'm trying to get this video out quickly because next week I may have a little surprise for you guys, but Anyway, basically how you go into domination. So in my last video, you should always have like 5 setups. Your favorite setup, then 4 different setups that you kind of can switch to and adjust. Like I said, you always start with your favorite setup, in my opinion. Unless you absolutely know what team you're playing, you should start with your setup that you usually like. First thing is domination. Here is how you win a domination game. People have this messed up. Something just really weird happened. I'm sorry. Java's trying to update my computer. If you hear these noises, Java's going a little nuts right now. Well, I'll worry about that later. That was embarrassing. But back to what I was saying. How you truly win a domination gameplay is not by capturing all the flags, because that can create issues. Number one, if you're trying to win the domination game and put up a KD, if you do that, your KD is gonna sink. And I say that because the problem is, so think about it, you have all 3 flags capped, so your team is kind of spread out, usually. And so the other team is kind of spawning sporadically, and they may spawn like right behind you, and you may complain about the spawn, but really that is your fault because you totally messed up all of the, you put that on yourself. So the best way to kind of approach that is you capture, let's say you spawn at the A flag, capture A flag and capture the B flag. And you guard that B flag with your life. That B flag, because that B flag is the big deal, because whichever team has that B flag is in control. And that's why in the center, do you see the MLG players? They are fighting for that B flag. You can watch, you gotta fight for that B flag. Now let's say you fight, let's say you're watching that B flag and A flag is getting capped. First off, you need to look at your team. Is your team around the A flag? If it is, then your team should be able to take care of it. You could go help them, but now let's say your team is all the way at the C flag and they're capturing that. So now you're in trouble because your team has flipped the spawn. The best thing you can do is just try and work your way around the map. Be very careful, keep your guard up, but there's nothing much you can do. The best advice, just kind of walk backwards and just do your best. Listen to them. Use your headset. The best headset to buy is a Turtle Beach. Those are the best headsets to buy, and they will tremendously. If you put on that, then I don't know what the special hearing at whatever it's called is. It's I won't say it's amplified, but I don't know. Perk. So, but basically a headset is awesome because you can hear them. Now let's say. So yes, let's say they're trying to top the A flag. Well, your team is there. You can pretty much let your team do that. They should be able to take care of that, because that's 4 guys over 2 guys maybe, or 4 over 1. So that's where you can make that assumption. And the biggest thing is you need to know what type of team you're playing with. Like I said, my TDM gameplay. Let's say you're playing it with you want to play. I know this sounds crazy, and I'm not pro camper nor am I anti camper. I'm a smart player, and I know what works and what doesn't work. And what I'm trying to preach is, it's actually better if your team is full of campers. And I say that because, think about this. Think about if your team is rushing hard, and they're flipping the spawns, right? So you're put in this little position. Let's say you're even rushing with them. Your KD is gonna go down. I'm saying if you wanna, this is my advice currently right now, is if you want to keep a good KD and win the game. Let's say you wanna go like 20 and 30, but you win the game. That's fine, and I'll give you advice for that later in this video. But if you want to keep a good KD, also win the game, best team to play with is a team that's campers or either rushers, but they know how to play a domination game. They're strategic rushers. I'm not anti-rusher. I think rushing is awesome. You just have to know how to do it properly. You have to strategically do it. So if you guys look at someone, so I'm gonna give you guys someone to look at. Allier. He's a huge YouTuber. He's a rusher, right? But you know what? He's a great player. I almost consider him a camper in some ways, but he's smart. He knows how to rush. He doesn't just run out in the open and hoping to go get a lot of kills. He knows how to rush. That's the big thing. Your team, when you rush, you need to know how to rush. But the same thing with camping. When you have these corner camps that just sit in the corner, they drive me nuts. The campers that know where to position themselves to get kills and keep the B flag or whatever flag they're guarding safe are the smart campers. So you need smart campers and smart rushers. Those are your favorite people to play with. Now let's say your team is full of rushers and spawn flippers. The best thing, you can't really hold back. You just got to kind of follow them, So now I'm going to give advice. So let's say you're more of a rusher type. The best thing, like I said, in domination, just stay on your side of the map. You can push up every now and then, but stay on your side of the map. Because that's the best thing. If you can keep your flag and have the B flag, you can control that game. Because the other team is put on their heels then. They're spawning farther back in the map, That's where you can really win that game. So let's say you really don't care about your KD. You just want to win domination. My advice still goes for you. When you unless you are absolutely destroying the other team, and you're just kind of flipping the spawns for fun. Now, and I mean, like if you're up by 40 to 50 points, just you need to know you gotta keep your flag and the B flag. If you try and push for that other flag, you're not gonna get your team support, and you'll probably fail almost every time. And if anything, you're giving the team score streaks. And this sounds crazy, but score streaks are the difference maker. Have you ever noticed a game may be tight, but someone gets a Thor, and then the other team has a big lead? And it's because, let's say you have the B and the B flag and the A flag, but you get all of you guys get killed. Well, then what can you do, because that gives the team time to push up and grab the B flag, and now you're on your heels. That's why you got to be careful. You can't give the team kills, because they will, if score streaks are the difference maker. First team to get a big score streak usually wins that game. So that's some advice. And so if you really don't care about KD, you just got to keep that in mind. You can't feed the other team kills. So now let's say your other team is full of spawn flippers. The best way to counter that is not to push up and attack them head on. It's to outsmart them. Stay in the back, stay strategically, and just know when they're coming. They're pushing up for you. And when you get them raging, and when you get them mad, they're not thinking straight. They just keep running after you. So that's just perfect bait right there, And eventually they'll just give up, or, they'll go on the mic and start complaining and ranting, and, But that's the best way to do it. Now, the other team is full of campers. Now, that's harder. Just strategic players that know how to approach a domination gameplay. They could be rushers at the same time. So let's say both teams are attacking the B flag. You know what to do. The best way to outsmart them is to flank them. This is one of the few occasions where you're going to want to push up. But don't capture their flag. Because when you capture their flag, they flip to the other side and they can get in a camping spot and you're not there. See what I'm getting at? What you need to do, you need to flank them out of their camping spot, or wherever they're positioning themselves at, then retreat a little bit, because they're all out of sorts now. So now when they're trying to get back into the spot, you can use that, and you can just not let them back into that spot. So that's a basic way to do it. You just kind of throw them off their game, So that is some of my advice for domination. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. So just domination is basically outsmarting your team, and you need to have your flag and the B flag. That's how you win that game. So anyway, thank you for watching, and before I end it, so next week I'm going to put out a Minecraft video, and then I may put out a Hello Neighbor video. Don't hold me to it, but I may put out a Hello Neighbor video. So we'll see, I may buy it, but we shall see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a Merry Christmas, and see you guys later.